Welcome to AI Decoded, your daily dose of artificial intelligence news simplified. I am Amir, and here is what is happening in the world of AI today. I am your host, and do we have a wild week to break down for you? Stick around because we are talking about everything from the Pope weighing in on AI to Google literally trying to remake the entire internet. This is going to blow your mind. Let's go. So, first up, we need to talk about what's happening with ClickUp and their massive layoffs. Now, ClickUp is this productivity platform that a lot of teams use, and they just laid off a huge chunk of their workforce. But here's why this matters beyond just being another startup casualty. ClickUp's layoffs are telling us something really important about where the work world is heading. What we are seeing is companies realizing they can do way more with way fewer people when AI is in the mix. ClickUp's own CEO basically said they are doubling down on AI to replace a lot of the manual work their employees were doing. This isn't unique to ClickUp, though. We're seeing this pattern everywhere, and it's forcing all of us to ask the uncomfortable question: what does work actually look like in the next few years? It's sobering stuff, but it's also the reality we are living in right now. Now, let's pivot to something totally different, but equally fascinating. The Pope just released this major encyclical about AI. And before you think this is some religious lecture about the ethics of AI, here's the plot twist. It's not really about AI at all. It's about humanity. The Pope is using AI as a lens to talk about dignity, about connection, about what we are losing when we let technology run our lives. It's basically a spiritual wake-up call wrapped in tech language. And honestly, it's hitting different in 2024. While Silicon Valley is obsessing over capabilities and scaling, the Pope is asking us to step back and think about what we actually value. That's the conversation we need to be having. Okay, this next story is absolutely wild, and it shows you how fast the political winds are shifting around AI. Trump had this whole event planned where he was going to sign some kind of executive order related to artificial intelligence. Big tech CEOs were supposed to show up. Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, all these major players, except they didn't. They declined the invitation, and Trump literally canceled the whole thing. This is huge because it shows you that even the most powerful person in the room doesn't have complete control over the AI narrative anymore. These CEOs have real power, real leverage, and they are not afraid to use it. The message being sent is clear: don't mess with us on AI policy. That's going to have ripple effects for years. Now, speaking of big tech companies and AI, Google just announced something that's going to reshape the entire internet. They're planning to remake search using something called agentic AI in 2026. For those of you who don't know what that means, agentic AI is basically artificial intelligence that can make decisions and take actions on your behalf without you having to ask it step by step. So instead of typing a search query and getting a list of links, your AI agent will go out, search the web, read multiple sources, synthesize information, and come back with answers. Google is essentially admitting that the way we search is about to fundamentally change. This is existential for companies like OpenAI, for startups, for everyone trying to compete in search. Google's been sitting on this for a while, letting everyone else move first. But now they are about to flip the table completely. If you're in tech, if you care about how the internet works, this is the story of the year. And finally, we have to talk about Grok, Elon's AI chatbot, and why it's basically flopping while SpaceX doubles down on AI ambitions. Look, Grok launched with a ton of hype. It was supposed to be edgy, unfiltered, everything ChatGPT wasn't. But it hasn't gained the traction Elon probably hoped for. Meanwhile, SpaceX is betting heavily that they can compete with the big AI players. They're hiring, they are investing, they are all in. This tells you that Elon knows the future is AI, but he also knows that just throwing out a product with a controversial persona doesn't win you the race. You need infrastructure, you need talent, you need a long-term vision. SpaceX has all those things. Grok doesn't. It's a cautionary tale about hype versus execution. So here's what you need to take away from this week. AI isn't just a technology story anymore. It's a political story. It's a cultural story. It's reshaping how we work, how we search, even how we think about what it means to be human. The stakes have never been higher, and the changes are happening faster than anyone predicted. If this stuff fascinates you as much as it fascinates me, please hit that like button and subscribe to AI Decoded. We're breaking down the wildest AI news every single week. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. That is your AI briefing for today. Thank you for allowing us to bring you the latest in artificial intelligence. This is Amir from AI Decoded, signing off until tomorrow. Stay curious, stay informed, and we will see you then.